Hi everyone, this is the Faces Behind the Franchise. My name's Colin and I'm the head of the franchise for GoCruise Travel. I will be joined with my team today for our very first podcast. So I'll be joined by Lisa, our business development team member, Angela, one of our business development team, and Olivia, our sales support, to be able to really show you what GoCruise is like and the power behind the brand. And we will be sharing a couple of our secret weapons and top tips in why to join us as a franchisee. Well, time's here, guys. How are you all feeling?
Scared. Nervous.
Intrigued.
Excellent. Well, this is what it's all about at GoCruise Travel. Thanks for joining us. And it's a pleasure to have my team here today. We're talking about the faces behind the franchise, and these are actually our faces behind our support team. So I'd like to introduce Angela, who's part of our business development team. Olivia, who's part of our sales support team for our franchisees, and Lisa, who's part of our business development team. And you guys make us all look fantastic. So there's no need to be nervous, and this is a great opportunity to really showcase what GoCruise Travel is. So for our audience then, what is GoCruise Travel? Lisa, would you like to kick us off?
Oh, I like the way you're all looking at me.
I know,
Brilliant.
the eyes just went to you
that.
then.
Sorry, I wasn't even listening. No, I was. No, actually, what was the question?
So what is GoCruise Travel?
I'm joking.
Hopefully you know this.
GoCruise Travel. So we are a franchise, part of Fred Olsen. Fred Olsen Cruise Lines. It goes right back to many, many years ago. GoCruise Travel, we've been around for 25 years. I'd like to say I've been around for 25 years, but I think we can all see that I haven't. We would like... No, actually, that was...
No, that's all okay.
Just
That's
lost my
okay.
thoughts.
This is what it's about. Our franchise is different for everybody, and it's a
Yes,
great
it is.
opportunity for like-minded people to sell holidays and cruises to their customers and make lots of money out of it, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's how to make a mistake.
Well, this is what it's all about, and how to recover, which is
Yeah.
most important. And that's what we train and help support and develop our
do.
people.
Yeah.
So GoCruise Travel, it exists for a reason. It's the idea that we have a brilliant framework for franchisees to start a business with us and to grow, to be entrepreneurial, but to keep on the guidance of tried and tested measures that actually work and can really help you start your business, catalyst right up to the top there, and to build it as much as you want to do. So what type of problems do you think come with franchising, and what franchisees certainly think about franchising? What type of things come through on the phone, Olivia, with franchisees?
I think they might worry if that they can succeed when they first get trained, but we're here to support them from after they're trained on a daily basis. And with systems, it might be business development, marketing questions. I think that's one of the key worries, but we're here, like I said, to help them.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. And we're like the backbone, we're the safety blanket. And, that gives an entrepreneur the opportunity to build their business and to grow. And if we come down right to the foundation of it, we've got a heritage in the travel industry. So how many years have we been in the travel industry, Ange? Off memory? 25. Fabulous. And it's, a brilliant showcase about our heritage. We work with many different travel companies, many different cruise lines, because that's our passion, hence the name. And it's all about really connecting our franchisees to feel comfortable, to connect with customers, to be able to sell them brilliant holidays and brilliant dream experiences. But everybody needs support, don't they? Whatever part of life you're in, whether that is support with systems or access or doing things, the practicalities of running a business, that's crucial, and that's something hopefully we tick a massive box for, and gives a lot of comfort in our franchisees to know that there's somebody on hand to contact. And that kind of really goes back to our core values, doesn't it? About looking after what we've got, who we've got, and helping them feel comfortable. So is it for the faint-hearted? Is GoCruise Travel for those? Is it for everybody?
Definitely not.
Okay, right. That was a
think that's
very
a good
stern
thing.
answer there,
There
Olivia.
we go.
Definitely not.
And we're
I
off.
think it's a good thing.
okay.
Because we want people that fit us, but also we fit them. And I think we're very family feel. We're very family orientated. We're there we get to know them on a personal level. We know about their lives, of what if they've got grandchildren, if what their pets are called, and some people don't want to be that open, but I think those who we've got are willing to do that, and that's where we've got great relationship with them, when they can come to us for anything personal or business related.
Oh, fab. And it's that connection. So, Angela, is there any examples that you've had with franchisees recently of sharing their story?
On a daily basis.
Okay,
I speak
good.
to them every day on the telephone, and we have a good chat most days, business and pleasure, both. Yep.
Yeah, and that's really nice. And that's what our core values are, that we want to get to know them on a not just a business level, and to actually help them to succeed on their journey of what they want their business to look like, but also then matching up to their lifestyle. And I think that's the best thing about having and being in the franchise industry, being self-employed as such and growing your own destiny. I know that sounds really cheesy, but you can live and breathe it and do whatever you want to do and build it the best possible way, with the knowledge that you've got people behind you to encourage, support, drive, and bring things to life. So, Lisa, I'm sure you've got many stories to share about our franchisees, and no doubt they've got many stories to share about us. No, and we're only on for 20 odd minutes, which is always good, and probably at the wrong time of day to share certain stories we're here.
Yeah,
so, but
especially as transparency is our
100% transparency, and maybe not getting in trouble with the law is always, a big pull there. But when we're looking at franchisees, is there any worries when it comes to support, or what does support actually mean?
I think the biggest worry from somebody new, especially if they're new to travel, is that they don't know everything. But you can't know everything. And all of us have been in this industry collectively for many years, and we are still learning every single day. I think, guys, you completely cement that. Again, this might sound cheesy, but life is a journey. So we help you on this journey, and build your confidence. I think confidence is the key. So over to you, Carl.
Yeah, no, and that's it. And everybody's on a different path, and everybody wants to, take something from the franchise world or build their own business in different ways. We have some that are exceptionally high flyers, which is fantastic, and we encourage and we grow them, and that's their passion, and that's what they really bring to their life. Others complement their current jobs that they have, and it kind of works alongside another business that they've got, or whether it's that they're employed, and they treat this as a nice to have, and it kind of grows and builds, and then hopefully will then eventually take over what they're doing. And also it's having that passion, isn't it, and having that interest in holidays, cruising, and doing what they want to do, because loads of perks in the industry, right? And and that's a massive pull when you're coming into the travel industry, is to maximize your perks, because not only will you experience them, but it's brilliant knowledge, isn't it, to share to your customers. And we're really keen on sharing that first-hand experience to make sure that brings everything to life. So Ange, what would like a day in the life be if we started off, because you get so many calls coming through, so many emails, and what does our support kind of help a franchisee with?
Every day is different.
Okay.
No 2 days are the same. And whatever you have planned for that day will go out the window within the first 10 minutes. And a lot of the day depends on what's going on in the world as well, because things change overnight. Different trips happen and different things happen. So a day in the life is managing what comes over the phone, and that will change every day, whether it be a call in, someone wants help with a problem that they have, or whether that be that someone comes in and they're wanting to just have a chat. Either way, it might be that they want some advice on how to get a booking across the line, or just guidance on which company to use.
No, and that's a great point, because we've got a variety of a variety in our franchisees' experiences. So whether they've come to us with an exceptional knowledge of travel, or whether they're brand new to travel, or they've had businesses for year on end, and we've got like a great heritage, and we've had franchisees and still got franchisees that have been with us since we started the brand of GoCruise Travel, which is, I think is, brilliant in itself, that we've got that loyalty and consistency. And actually, it really resonates how our core values then come together, that actually we're supporting what we do best, and to encourage and to grow and support and be pretty much be that comfort blanket. But I quite like saying that we're the bubble around everyone's business.
Absolutely.
So we're there in the background, ensuring that, giving them the time and the opportunity to do what they do best with selling holidays, connecting with customers and building those databases. And, would you say, Olivia, that someone has to have travel experience to start a franchise with us?
Definitely not. I think where Lisa and Ange will come in and help train them. And then, like I said earlier, you've still got that continuation of training on, and we're still learning. There's still ships being launched every year. There's new destinations being uncovered every year. Currently, Antarctica and expedition is really big, and my knowledge of that is growing, as I expect everyone else's. So, no, you don't need travel knowledge to join.
But you've got to have an interest, right, in going on holiday.
100%. You want to be going on holiday a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, this is it. And this is the problem when it comes to holiday leave. All my team always disappear. So I need to have more holidays, I think, completely. And so, Lisa, when you're looking at the induction programs that we do and the support that we frame, do we have one size that fits all, or do we look at people's skill set?
Absolutely not. One size does not fit all. As we've already mentioned, you could have somebody that is completely new to travel, somebody who has been in travel, left it, come back, and somebody who is still in travel but they're employed and they want to go self-employed and start their own journey. So we have really good conversations before the training starts, just to get a little bit of background on their skill sets, and then we work together and tailor the framework around what we already have around the person that we're actually training.
And would you say that we're quite strict here at GoCruise and Travel when it comes
absolutely.
to franchise? We're absolutely. We're like complete head teacher way, and this is our way and this is the only way.
Yeah.
But do you think it's important to have a structure when it comes to franchising?
I think you need a structure, but it's how you go about implementing the structure. So it's nice to have a framework, but again, one size doesn't fit all. So if you've got the basics, then you can build up to the rest.
No, brilliant. And we have a core agreement that every franchisee will sign up to, and to have, a bit more of a bespoke training package that we put together following our content that we have. And then we all work alongside the ops manual, don't we? Because that's exceptionally important in franchising. So we know what we've got and where we go with it. And so how much freedom do franchisees really have? Kind of really getting into the nooks of it. Angela, what freedom do we give them?
We give them quite a bit of freedom. They can work the hours they wish to work. They can put as much effort into it as they wish to, because at the end of the day, it's their earnings, it's their business. We're here to support them and guide them along the way. There are guidelines that we'd like them to keep in place, and they get given all of those at the point of joining. And obviously we guide them with those and support them throughout their journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want them to do well. We want them to be the best that they can be. And we want them to represent the brand the best that they can be, but not only for the franchisor, but also for making sure we've got a great opportunity for other franchisees, reputations, and growing their customer databases and everything like that. But you have to be you, because you're going to buy you, aren't you? If you don't like you, well, hopefully you do like you, you're not going to buy off you. And you've got to come to life and to show that trust and to that, the realism that kind of comes with selling holidays and bringing things to life. So is there any big misconceptions of franchising, do you think?
I'm going to make $1 million overnight.
$1 million overnight, okay.
I'm going to press the button and that holiday's booked and I don't have to do anything else.
Okay, so the misconception is really easy to sell holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it is, there's lots of work that goes into many industries and lots of work that goes into selling holidays. And this is kind of where we come into to really help guide, support, and bring everybody back to a realism of how to do it, how to connect with customers, and to really, enhance that customer experience alongside their experience in enjoying what they do and what they sell. But it is hard work. And that's kind of what, you put in what you get. You always get your output of energy that goes into it, and to really making sure, you've got to have that right balance, haven't you? Because we see franchisees that do exceptionally well, but some of them are 24/7. We don't expect anything like that. We expect you to, enjoy what you do, build on what you do, and then to, grow however much, and the sky's the limit with what we can do. So,
That's the perk, right?
yeah, 100%. And it's being your own boss, isn't it? And supporting and growing. And I think it's nice that we take the stress out of it. Do you agree, Olivia? Do we take the stress out of their day-to-day
I'd like to
activity?
hope so,
Yeah.
but you might ask one of them and they might say no.
Right.
But yeah, I'd like to hope so. We, like you said, we continually support. If something suddenly happens with a cruise line, we'll make sure we'll source all the information. If they've got an affected booking, we'll sit with them and we'll over the phone and work out what the best option is for the customer. We're there as much as they want us to be there, or we can be as far away as they want us to be. It's their business, and we do what they would want in a good way.
In a good way. Excellent. No, that's the right answer. Brilliant. In a good way. Extra services provided, but that's for another episode, I'm sure. So when it comes to a day-to-day life, because no doubt that's what our audience wants to hear about, what is a typical franchisee day-to-day life, do you think, Angela? What do you think they go through?
I think they're all going to be different because they're all going to work in a different way. So it's going to depend on, they're probably the best people to speak to ask that question to. But I would imagine that if it was me in that position, then I'd be checking the emails through, checking the calls, just dealing with inquiries, speaking to the customers, those that have just returned from holiday, and finding out, about their journey and about their trip, seeing if they would like to book another one.
100%. And it's about that, repeat business and that customer connection, isn't it? And I think that's what we really focus our support around. And if support is one thing, we want to make sure that we've got the right connections with them to bring out the best of them, and the honest, transparency in regards to what they're saying and what they're bringing, to make sure that the customers feel happy. Because there's lots of franchise models on the market, and they have to choose the right ones to join, and we have to choose the right fit for us to have a great network. And, it is about building that. And what would you say to a prospective franchisee wanting to start with GoCruise and Travel, Lisa? What would you your top recommendation of a tip to give them?
Basically, be yourself, because in this industry, you need to be yourself, because it's very true what they say. People buy from people. And you really do need to use that. Personality is a big thing in this industry. And as you probably gathered, we love to talk. So
No.
Working from home, you're on your own. However, we do have some married couples, all friends, all different kinds. You don't have to be a single franchisee, but for a majority of people working from home, people find that very different. But just, my top tip is just be yourself and make sure that it's right for you, because you're the one that is taking this business forward with our support.
Yeah, and that's a great point you touched on, because we have a variety of people,
that was
partnerships,
the word I was looking for.
and collectives that operate a franchise with us, because we have a very varied model. So we have obviously home setups that people can work from home, and they could work from a local coffee shop. They could have events at different activity bases. It could be organised events that they attend, and we provide like pop-up shops, units and things like that to really help build their businesses and connect with customers. But also we have new franchisee shops, so they want to take their business onto the high street, and we actually had one that opened last week, which was brilliant. Lovely and shiny and brand new, which is fantastic. She's obviously wanting to encourage customers in, but whether she wants people touching all the nice shiny things, I'm not too sure.
Hands off. This is mine.
This is mine. But it's that proudness, isn't it? And of bringing that to life.
And I think that word "mine" as well, when you've built something, knowing that that's yours, and you've built that, is a massive pat on the back. So like Olivia just touched on, we're there to help you build that business to that point. But if you want that, because some people are quite happy to have, just tick along and don't want all the, the fancy trimmings and the big shop, that's fine. And again, that comes back to you being you and what you want in life. So
are we the unsung heroes then? Is that kind of with definitely the core structure with that? Yeah, completely. So what kind of activities or tasks do franchisees come to us? Like, what's probably the most common they need support on, Olivia? What type of, because you get calls and emails all the day, and you mentioned systems. What help do they actually need?
Sometimes your mind just goes blank, and mine, completely honest, mine does that as well. It might just be a question like that. Sometimes we've got a new system that we bring into place that we've been trained on, and we've trained them, and it's just general queries, setting up emails. They can come to us for marketing, and we'll help with that. It's anything to do with their business, really. But the main one I personally get is system-based questions, and it's just, they can vary. Putting an itinerary on our internal system so they can load their bookings, so their clients can get paperwork, assisting admin with anything. So a bit of everything. And that's a big part to it, because we have, not only are you starting your own business and building from that, having your own workspace and what systems you're going to use on a day-to-day basis, but you're going to be interacting with other systems and other realms in the travel industry, because it's so vast. So one day you might be talking to a customer about going on a river cruise, and next news that you're jumping over to the States and talking about a city trip over to Boston, or whatever you're doing, and cruising around, the world in some states that we have some brilliant options and scene to do. And every trade partner and travel company we work with has a different system. So there's loads of things that we're juggling about with behind the scenes. And gosh, Ange, how do you keep a hold of all that? How do you ground it?
Well, we do have a system that all of that is based on.
Okay, good. Okay.
So that's their main point of interest that we would send them to find out information. Teams, Ragic, different things like that we put them onto. But yeah, sometimes it's just that you need to bounce off of somebody else. So they would call and just ask us our opinion, and they might know the answer themselves, but because they've got no one else to ask in the office with them, they will just call us up and ask us our opinion.
And if I was looking to start my own franchise now, and I was just I've maybe have met you at one of the exhibition shows that we do across the UK, or it could be our online presence. What would you recommend is our secret weapon as such, Lise? What would you say is that kind of our standout point?
Divulge.
I know. Well, this is it. This is still a
secret. It is a secret. It is a secret. I'm going to pass.
Okay. Right, we're going to go round. So Olivia, what would you say if you were looking for a franchise now? What core thing would you want to know is there to help you with your business?
I think, come back to your question to Lisa, I think we are the four of us.
Yeah.
I was just
the mighty four.
I was just showing our diversity there.
I think we're the secret weapon, and I think it's looking, other franchise models might offer, you'll have access to all the different cruise lines and tour operators that you can have access to through us, but it's that support that we offer, and I think it comes back down to that, and it comes back to how much you want us to be there or you don't, and we will tailor the training and tailor the support after to how you want it.
Oh, fabulous. And, hopefully this has been a great insight to the GoCruise Travel and brought to life what we do. And, we want you to keep listening to learn more about us. And thanks, team, for me putting you on the spot today.
That's fine. Okay. That's just another day in support,
in the life
isn't
of
it?
support,
so,
100%.